Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Tales of Berseria. This has been a long time coming, it really has. I've gotten caught by just little time constraints, trying to set up streams, bad internet, all sorts of stuff for, like, a good month or so now. I expected to finish this game a while ago, let's just say that. But, if you haven't seen the recent stream videos, they're good from side story perspective, but they're not entirely necessary in terms of, like, mainline story, I suppose. So, take that as you will. You know, if you really don't feel like watching something like a collective 6 hours of just side quests, you can entirely skip it, and I won't be too upset at you. But I will say that they're not entirely bad. Just a little lengthy. So anyway, we've pretty much completed just about everything. The only things we have left are, there's a challenge for Aizen on Titania, which I attempted to do during the last stream video. That didn't happen. So, that's not going to work. There is a thing about settling things with dragons in Hexen Isle, which I think we're going to attempt to go and do. There's a thing about going to this forest, which is pretty close to us, to get a leaf to make an Omega Elixir, in an area I haven't been yet. So I'll have to search through that. And then finally we have the main quest of going to the Empyrean's throne. Obviously we're not gonna do the Aizen's quest thing, because that's very difficult. He's like twice the level we are. We're like level, 55-ish, and he's like level 120 or something, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna get this Omega Leaf Elixir. We are going to do the thing on Hexen Isle as well. And then we'll probably be done by then. But we'll get set up for... Why did it get all quiet? Anyway, we'll get set up for going to the Empyrean's throne for the final area. And as usual, I'm going to do a bit of video editing to cut all this down, because I think this is going to be a lot of walking here. Like, probably a good 15 minutes. That just doesn't need to happen, so... As usual, anything usual, we'll be right back, but otherwise... I'm going to walk through the fog-shrouded mystery of the Deville Forest and get mildly upset at stupid puzzles. So, be right back. Okay, so I got a little bit stuck here. There's this red fog. I remember seeing this before when I just barely entered the area. And apparently, there's supposed to be, like, suspicious red berries somewhere. Or, okay, a plant. Eat the fruit. You feel that eating the red fruit will neutralize the toxic effects of the red fumes, and you can now pass through unimpeded. Hopefully. Okay. It's kind of interesting. I was running around, I was like, I can't find any way to get around this. Okay, cool. So, apparently that's the puzzle here, is there's different colored fogs, and to get through them you have to eat different fruits or something. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. Just for the novelty, I guess. Right, we're in Trench Forest. Everyone knows how much I hate Trench Forest. I probably complain about it every time we get in one. But, look at this. We've escaped the Trench Forest. We're now on top of the trenches. I don't know, I find this somewhat entertaining. The fact that they're like, yeah, let him jump on some rocks and get out of the Trench Forest. Not very long, but just enough for a taste of freedom, you know? I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny. Just so I don't forget, I did just get the angel wings. I know we were talking about, where is it? We were talking about the number of cat's box I've opened. So I did just get the angel wings. Although it's been a couple days since I was told about it, and I can't remember the significance of the number of Cat's Box I opened, but I guess you can let me know. Just as so you know, though, I have gotten that many now.
I don't think we have a chance.
All right, I think we've finally done it. Almost. Yeah. Okay. Hands off the leaf,
An
punk.
exorcist. What's he doing here?
Don't make me use badly worded dialogue on you.
It's a world tree leaf.
We need that for the Omega Elixir.
You know of the Omega Elixir? You're no ordinary travelers.
I think you can tell that just by looking at us.
He seems wary of us. Should we take it by force?
No, we'd be at a disadvantage. He looks strong.
He's just a single exorcist. We can beat the crap out of him.
Let me try.
All right, Laffy. Do what you need to.
Take out his knees.
Please, sir. May we have that? We need it badly.
Sorry, kid. I've only this one. You're so young. Do you really think you can make an Omega Elixir?
I have a friend who's very sick. If there's anything I can do to save him, anything at all, I have to try.
Did you already gather the other ingredients?
No, we still don't know what the last one might be. But I'll find it. I swear I will. My friend is suffering too much. I refuse to give up on him.
Take it.
Are you certain? Don't you need this as well?
I'm an
just
exorcist.
gonna pawn it off on eBay.
Talking to you, well, we're supposed to put the needs of others ahead of our own. You think not of yourself. I would be a poor model were I to deprive you in your time of need.
Give me the leaf.
Thank you.
By the way, young one, perhaps this will help your cause. I've been studying an old book, and it would seem that the final ingredient is a Moloch's prayers. Unfortunately, thanks to the Lord of Calamity, the Abbey's been losing a good number of Malachim. I've managed to be exceedingly lucky and mine is still okay, but he will not give me his prayers, even when I command him to. Perhaps you will succeed. I have not faltered in my duties as an exorcist. The world must come before my family. I'm so sorry, Vidal.
Oh, that's pretty convenient. Who would have thought?
Now that we know what the last ingredient is, there's just one thing left to do.
Hey! I think that might have been Vidal's dad.
Well, now that you mention it, Vidal did say that his dad was an exorcist.
If he was the one who borrowed the book from Vidal's mother, that would explain how he got here.
Damn though, that's cold. Doesn't that mean he was willing to give up on his son? How could he place more value in the Abbey's teachings than on his own son's life?
I think he made the rational decision. Remember, he felt that there was no way he could get the last ingredient for himself, so...
Yeah, okay, sure, logic. Kids ain't logical. How do you think Vidal would have
Kids
taken this?
isn't logical?
I'm sure he'd be terribly hurt.
Look at it like this. That guy clearly went to a lot of trouble to decipher the book. He would have faced considerable dangers just to get here.
Exorcists can't save the whole world. They have to live their lives conflicted like the rest of us. If everyone lived as selfishly as me, the world would be a wasteland.
Velvet.
I don't disagree, but he knew what he was doing.
Am I dreaming this? Is Velvet actually defending an exorcist? Pinch me!
I'm only stating the truth. Anyway, if we'd fought, it would have been to the death.
Good thing this ended peacefully.
Fee, I can't tell you what's right in this situation. But if Vidal does die, the sadness will be numbing. I can promise you that.
Yeah, but I think even in sadness, hope can spring to life. As long as you keep living.
Anyway, we've got everything we need. Let's get back to Vidal's house and make the Omega Elixir.
That exorcist said the last ingredient was a Moloch's prayers. That's all it is?
We're in good shape then. We've got Laffy said and Aizen and Bienfu. One of you can surely squeeze out a prayer or two, yeah?
Private? Have the other Tales games been this bad with the text? Like, I know some of the older Tales games didn't all have dialogue during side quest scenes. Holy god, there's a lot of these. But I mean, have any of the other ones been that bad at matching the text to the audio? I just find it humorous, honestly. It's not, like, annoying. I just find it humorous. Because it's wrong.
Scout.
It's not wrong in that it's, like, gibberish. I've said this before. It's wrong, like, someone put it through a translate, and they just didn't bother to check it because it was close. Or, like, a text-to-speech program is honestly what it feels like. Anyway, I'm going to make my way back. There was one area I haven't gone to. Well, actually a couple. Because I just got the ability to go on the geoboard, so... I'm going to check everything on the way back just so I make sure I get it all. It might be worthless, might be nothing interesting, but I must check. And then we'll be back. Alright, Videl. Prepare to not be dead, probably. Oh, sorry, he's dead.
We're back! Where's Videl?
Oh, it's you, Laphicet.
We dumped him in the water
I'm
already.
sorry, but
It's too
Videl's
late.
already lost consciousness.
But he's still alive, isn't he? Please, let me see
Proper
him.
sea burial. Videl, eat this leaf.
Videl, it's me, Laphicet. We have all of the ingredients for the Omega Elixir. I'll prove that your translations were correct, Videl. Just wait.
Laphicet.
He's awake!
No, he's just mumbling. That's all he's been saying this whole time. I'm sorry. Sorry, Laphicet. Sorry, I told you to go away. I really wanted to talk to you more.
It's fine, really. That doesn't matter now. You're my friend. There's so much of the world you still need to see. You have to get better, so we can go on adventures together, okay? Huh?
Is that...
It's the Omega Elixir. So, it wasn't really a Moloch's prayers.
It was their tears.
I'll give you something to cry about. You better cry.
Sweetheart, you're home.
I am. But I have no right to be here at this point.
Some kid stole my leaf.
I chose to do my duty as an exorcist over the welfare of my own dear family. I won't ask for forgiveness. This isn't something that can be forgiven.
Hey, Dad.
Dad?
Videl, are you feeling okay?
He's fine. A generous friend worked hard to prepare the Omega Elixir for him.
The Omega Elixir? Wait, don't tell me your friend is...
You helped him, right? I heard that it was you who told him what the final ingredient was. Thank you, Dad.
No, son. You have no idea. I...
Dad, it's okay. You protected the world in your own way. The one Mom and I live in. The one I want to explore when I get a little older.
Son...
All's well that ends well,
Hard to believe we managed to actually make an Omega Elixir. That's one hell of an accomplishment.
Oh, and here I was anticipating much wailing and gnashing of teeth. Videl turned out to be pretty resilient, huh?
Pretty
Can't you just say
resilient.
good job like a normal person?
You're no fun. You did good, kid.
Thanks. But I might have given up if not for Velvet's encouragement.
All I did was rile you up. I wouldn't call it encouragement.
Not you too, Velvet.
Anyway, That was a noble thing you did, Luffy said. You really held on to your hope all the way through.
Yeah, I just didn't want to give up on Videl. But I don't really think it's worth praising. I haven't felt lost like you have, Velvet. If I had, I don't think I would have been so sure of myself.
Perhaps. But I think you'll still have it in you. Even if you ever do lose something dear.
Huh? Why?
That's just the feeling I get. Look, I'm tired of Eleanor's grumbling, so I thought I'd say something nice for once.
Could you not make this my fault?
So we did it. Yep, we're all done with that one. Alright. I'm like an hour later, even though we're probably at like 15 minutes of actual video, so I'm glad I didn't do that one on stream. You know, I was suggested, why don't you do that one off stream and you can cut all the stuff out, and I think that was a great idea. So, glad we did that. I'm going to do a little bit of restocking and then we're going to go to Hexen Isle, so see you guys over there in a minute. Alright, we'll head over to Hexen Isle now. I know last time we were here we kind of had to make a quick getaway, so I wonder if there's going to be anything stopping us when we get here. Nope, nobody's here. Perfectly fine, just took our little rowboat. Oh, I really don't like this place. Let's see. There we go. That'll make travel a little quicker. I just really don't like this place. I was so annoyed about it from last game. There's another cat's box. That being said, we may find some interesting stuff here if we keep looking around. I was only able to look at about like half of this island anyway. I kind of got cutscened out before I was able to really explore anything out here. Satan's Wrath earrings. Those sound great. Alright, so I assume the exclamation point is the dragon. And there's a decent chance we're going to be fighting it, so quick save later. There's also a Code Red boss here that we'll attempt to fight as well. Okay, is this... Was this Silva? We thought it was Silva. Sounded like it'd be Silva.
Looks like he's recovered all right.
Oh, come on! Give us a break already! I bet even Inominat couldn't stop this thing!
Then this'll be the perfect warm-up.
Am I just imagining things? Or does he look like he's even stronger?
It isn't your imagination. It looks like he's absorbing the malevolence from all around the Calyx.
There's still time to run if you want to. This dragon is no joke.
I'm sorry, Silva. I used you so I could escape. But this time, I won't run away.
Sorry, Silva. Your importance in the game was very little.
No tricks! Just a straight-up battle!
You were like an important part of our group for, I don't know, like 30 minutes or less. I'm not even really sure. Well, one annoying battle later, full of one soul for pretty much every character. And we're almost done. I decided to cut it out. Just because it seemed like it was going to be a really long thing, you know? Let me see if I can revive Velvet really quick, though. Where is life at? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong character. That's why I can't see anything. There you go.
Illuminate us.
Maybe. Okay, cool, I got it. It wasn't particularly that damaging. I know I say that in Velvet's Dead, but he really didn't kill that many characters.
Bring down.
He just kept reducing all of our souls, so I just kept having to spam, like, you know, just arts, basically. That was the best way, because he's weak to him.
Fee?
I just remembered something. One time, when Lady Teresa was punishing me, Silva stood right by my side, just like this. He didn't say a word, but his presence was a comfort.
That's because he was mind-controlled, Laffy said.
Sorry, Silva. And, Velvet, back at Helivis, thanks for taking me with you and getting me out of there.
That was basically kidnapping, really.
Maybe, but I want to thank you all the same.
You don't have to, Fee. Really. You've come a long way. That's because you put in the effort, not me.
The sensation. Is the calyx still functional?
Well, seems we're done here.
I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you.
What do you mean?
The calyx is a series of ancient ruins unearthed and brought back to life by Melchior. But now that he's kicked the bucket, Artorias might be the only one who can actually control the place. Oh, you know, you can never be too sure of what the future holds, right? That's all I meant.
And I'm sure this won't come to play in any bonus areas and any games that come earlier in the series. Color variant water? Okay. He looks like that kid from Tales of Vesperia. There's somebody who wore like green clothes. I'm not sure how I feel about it. He looks definitely more sophisticated. Does he look like Laffy set? I don't know.
Good luck.
Alright, so we did that. All of our side quests, bar that one, they're done. And all we have left to do is the Empyrean's Throne. Now, I've got a pretty long recording today, but in terms of actual finished video, I'm not really sure where I'm at. So, I think we're going to do a bit more today. I'm going to fight this thing really quick, but I'll cut all that out. And, I guess, see where this goes.
Woo! It's a
Alright, we're on our way to the Empyrean's Throne. If I see a decent stopping spot pretty soon, I'm probably going to stop. But it really just depends. I could go longer or shorter. But we'll go for a bit. So I did have to go here for one of the side quests, so there might be a little bit of missing dialogue that they would have said here, I'm not sure. Just keep that in mind, I suppose. I'm going to make a quick save too, just in case I forgot anything and I need to come back. Thank goodness we can effortlessly glide up all these stairs. There are a lot of them. And some souls too. I was told, oh, now I remember. So, I don't remember exactly what it was I needed to get all the cat souls for, unless maybe it was a completion kind of thing. But I was told post-game there was like a room or something that had just hundreds of cat souls in it. So don't really worry about like grinding for them. Oh no. That question mark area looks familiar. Oh look, and there's our floating chandelier in the sky.
Huh. Okay. Well, it's nice that we've tracked down Inominat, but now what's the plan?
Anybody know how to fly?
I don't don't think even Griffin could get us up there.
And my guardian takes one passenger only.
I don't think we need to worry about that.
Huh?
Ah, it's a
Well, looky
teleporter.
there. A teleportation art. Looks like we are expected.
For Inomina to fully awaken, they need me and Laphicet. Which means they want to settle this once and for all, too.
Sounds good to me. Bring it on!
Is what reckless idiots say before plunging into the unknown.
I was about to
Be
say,
more cautious.
we're going to die.
Sorry.
Wow. That is the first time I've ever heard Modulo say something sensible.
A bad omen. Let's be careful, and take a good look around first.
Belittling a faithful ally right before the final showdown? Do you not cry? If I prick you, do you not bleed?
Alright, so this was, if I remember right, the place where we got to... I cannot remember the name off the top of my head for some reason. Why can't I remember the name? We were just there. Hexen Isle. That took us to Hexen Isle in the last game as like a bonus area. I do wonder if there's anything cool back this way. That's where we fought Artorias and did like no damage and then went into like a separate portal dimension. Which was kind of weird. Is there anything cool going on in here? Or is this just an extremely large and empty room right now? It looks like it is, in fact, an extremely large and empty room. Alright, let's have our final chat with everyone where they're like, we should be careful. This may be a no coming back kind of situation. Final character development.
Aizen, how are you holding up?
I'm fine. Why the sudden interest?
Aren't you feeling any effects from all the malevolence?
What? Is that what has you worried?
It's a valid concern.
I can't let it bother me. I've got more important reasons to stick around.
You've resigned yourself to becoming a dragon one day, haven't you?
Yeah. I've long since come to terms with my fate. Whether it comes 100 years from now, or mere moments.
You might even turn during our fight with the Shepherd.
I might.
And if that happens?
You do what you have to, Velvet. I know there's nothing you guys can't handle.
Right. And we will get it done. I promise you.
Then you have nothing to worry about. Go in swinging, and the rest will sort itself out.
I'm glad we were able to join forces with you and Ifrit's pirates.
You and I are just two ships who happen to share the same course.
Then I'll thank the seas and the wind for carrying the Reaper into our path.
Come on, Aizen, can you say something that doesn't sound super cool for once?
Good luck.
Did I just get swimwear? What was that? Is that something in here? I don't even know where that swimwear was. Heh, allow me to express my gratitude. I think I'd ever meet a group of companions bold enough to not even flinch at my curse. It's gonna be optional bonus difficulty mode where he just turns into a dragon mid-fight and we have to fight him too.
If you want to run, now's the time.
Are you kidding? I've never felt so alive!
You know, when we first met, I never would have expected you to stick around this long.
Nor would I. It's a funny old world, isn't it? Not one time in 100 do things turn out how you think they will. We push on through the trials and tribulations of each and every day. We suffer through hardships and failure. We lose the ones we love. And then we die.
Do you think we were born into this world to suffer?
What I do know is that if success was guaranteed, we'd never get anything done. Uncertainty is what spurs us onward. Forward we move, if only by one step at a time, towards somewhere different than here. Through sadness and anger and joy alike. Life is all about that journey.
Are you feeling okay, Modulo? You're actually giving me sound advice for once.
Life's not all horribleness. We shouldn't be so quick to lay down and die.
That sounded particularly interesting. Well, it seems I've finally found something that matters to me. Troublesome business indeed. Alright, kid.
Hey, Fee. There's something I need to talk to you about.
Yes? You can tell me anything.
It's about your... Why does your hair always stick up like that?
What?
Are you properly drying your hair after you take a bath? You'll catch a cold if you don't.
I am. I swear. It just always comes out like this.
If you're sure. I mean, it's kind of cute, so I guess it's not a problem.
I don't really want to be called cute.
Then you look handsome with it. I think it suits you.
That's a little better, I think.
I'm happy to please.
I never know what to say around Velvet.
I did just get reminded. So, I was browsing the Android App Store the other day. I wasn't even like intending to really download much of anything. I think I was just like trying to look into something. And I came across something called Tales of the Rays. It's another one of those crossover Tales games. For Android, I don't know if it's for iOS, but it's for Android. It's an actual 3D fighting Tales game, which is kind of strange. It's got simplified controls. So you got 4 arts, which you do by swiping in different directions, and then I think regular attacks are just a tap, and you can run around. So it's a little simplistic, but it's got enough of it to kind of interest me. It doesn't run on my phone very well, because I don't have a very powerful Android phone. But there was this really funny thing, and hopefully I'm reminding myself right now to pull it off my phone. I took a screenshot of somebody's player card where they commented, "Where's my Velvet?" Because there's a lot of characters in the game from Tales games, but there is no Tales of Berseria characters. There's Tales of Cesteria characters, the game that came before this, but there's no characters from this game. And I just thought that was hilarious. It was really funny. I'll see if I can put it in real quick. Anyway, back to this game. I'm not afraid of anything. Not when I'm with you, Velvet.
It's almost time, isn't it?
If you keep being so nervous, you'll make mistakes at the worst possible time.
You can't just tell me not to be nervous before our biggest battle. How else am I supposed to feel?
You're always so serious.
I can't help it. That's just how I am.
Yeah, you never change.
I have so changed. I was once the Abbey's loyal exorcist, and now I'm about to take on the Shepherd himself, and an Empyrean.
That isn't what I meant.
I know. I just needed to say my piece. After all, I'm an awfully serious woman.
We're lucky to have you, Eleanor.
I'm not sure it's right for the Lord of Calamity to be showing gratitude to an exorcist.
Hey, what good is being the Lord of Calamity if I can't speak my mind?
Do what pleases me just as anyone else does. I will cast aside neither reason nor feelings, nor will I cast aside hope for an ideal future. Do you have more to say than that? Yeah, you do. I guess they each have more than one thing to say. Took a brief look around and I didn't find any traps or other oddities. It seems I finally found something that matters to me. Troublesome. You already said that. I stopped it alright, but there's no way of knowing what'll happen until you jump in. I should have just gone for it. Heh, allow me to express my gratitude. Okay. The thing on the dais is a gate of travel. An ancient Moloch art used for transportation. Okay, I guess just like a little bit of tiny more information. You gotta go through the first line first. I can feel him. Inominat is just beyond this art.
At long last, we're ready to take on the Shepherd's Armadas. I can't wait!
Are you ever afraid of anything?
Of course. I used to be scared of losing a fight. I think that's why I could never win against Shigure.
Does anything scare you now?
Now all I fear is running away from a fight I might not win. And I was able to make that change traveling with you.
Really? I don't remember doing anything special.
It's something I came to realize over time, but still. Thanks, Velvet.
I don't really know what you're talking about, and I don't need your thanks. If anything, you should be cursing me. If we lose this final battle and we all die, you'll get no apology from me.
I need an apology as much as you need my thanks. Death comes for everyone. What's important is that I choose how I live in the meantime. That's how I am.
Yeah, that's how you've always been.
Damn right. And that's how I'll always be.
Let yourself go, get stuck in, and have fun. Let's enjoy life a little. You know, for our last remaining moments, the enemy won't be pulling any tricks at this point. Time to dive in and get busy. This really does feel like a final point, but I'm gonna take that risk and go ahead. If it's like truly game ending, I guess we'll beat it, but if not, we'll stop afterwards. It's warp time. We're going to the great chandelier in the sky. Well, this feels a little familiar.
No exorcists here, it looks like.
But a whole lot of Malachim.
These Malachim are the sublords who have pacts directly with Innominat. Be careful. He's likely given them a share of his power.
In other words, trouble.
Not at all. We'll just whip out our knives and carve a path.
Innominat, incarnation in the sky. There's the earth below. I sure hope we enjoy breathing thin oxygen.
Our path now leads to the Empyrean Innominat and Artorias. What a strange feeling.
Yeah, it's not every day you make an enemy of the entire world and head out to cut down a god.
That is certainly true. But what surprises me more is the passion that fills me.
Yeah, you're leaps and bounds more stubborn and willful than any of us.
I'll take that as a compliment.
If you weren't, I don't think you'd have been able to make a pact with Laphicet.
It's because of you, Eleanor, that I've been able to take this voyage around the world. You have my thanks.
I also wish to offer my thanks.
And look at you, kiddo. Despite the unfortunate company you've chosen to keep, you've managed to grow into a fine young man. Good on you.
It's true, isn't it? It kind of makes me want to give myself a pat on the back.
You said it, kid.
Velvet gave me a name, and Eleanor became my vessel. Aizen and Rokuro taught me how to live, and Modulo provided lots of surprises and laughs.
Modulo was the laughing point of the crew.
Now, and I'm glad for it. What about me? Didn't I do something for you?
You taught him how to be a real
taught
man.
me the ancient tongue, and Bienfu didn't do much.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
You're mean!
Roasted!
I'm kidding. Bienfu taught me to never be discouraged, I think. Oh, Laphicet, you're so kind!
Well. Seems the enemy's hate for us has galvanized our spirits.
We don't know what's ahead. Stay sharp, everyone.
Yeah.
So what I'm guessing is going to happen, I'm assuming we're like really close to the end of the game. What I'm guessing is going to happen is, I see that's a teleporter right there, I think. We're going to go up a bunch of levels. So I don't know, maybe half an hour-ish, maybe 20 minutes of dungeon. Then we get to the final boss, who will then monologue at us for a little bit. We'll fight him. He'll monologue at us some more. We'll fight him again. We may even do that a third time. And then we're going to have a bunch more monologuing. And something a little bit unexpected will probably happen. Something I'm not quite accounting for. We'll see. But for today, that's going to be all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next time we'll finish up. We might even stream. It just depends. We might do one this weekend. I'll think about it. But I will definitely do my best to let you guys know ahead of time. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more Tales of Berseria. Bye!